Hair, I see, the young barber said as he looked all around him. He was a little bit disappointed to see it there. Clean it up. I told you to do it about 20 minutes ago. What are you waiting for? Oh, when you said, could you clean up the hair? I thought maybe it was a rhetorical question, or you were asking if I was able to do it. I'm sorry about that. 15 minutes later, the good barber Jonathan Abernaki was pushing around a broom, trying to get the hair out of the various corners of the room, where they were stubbornly sitting. Maybe they were minding their own business, he thought to himself as the door to the shop opened up and a short, dark-haired woman walked in. Nice hair, Jonathan thought, when he looked up and saw the young woman. Are you open? She asked, looking at Jonathan, who was doing his best not to look too much like someone who had just fallen in love. He thought a more gradual approach would work here. He worked here being the barber shop, and he had for the last 3 years. Yes, we're most certainly open, he replied, forgetting about the whole not making it too obvious thing. Fortunately, the young woman did not run away upon hearing these words. She sat down in one of the many empty chairs in the shop. It was closed after all. He told her the opposite because, well, there had been no way to get her phone number or ask her out for Cantonese food later on in the week, otherwise. Jonathan started to brush the woman's hair. This was not normally the first thing that he did in the process of cutting hair, but it seemed like a good idea here. What he really wanted to do was to run his fingers through her hair and call her sweet names. But Jonathan thought it might be better to wait on that. What is your name? She asked as he slowly brushed her hair. Jonathan. Jonathan Abernaki, he said as he reflected on some things a teacher had once mentioned about saying names, full names. One sounded like a stewardess otherwise, the teacher had said. My name is Suzanne, Jonathan. I have never gotten my hair cut here before, but for some reason your brushing ability gives me the feeling that I really do want to come back here again. In fact, it feels so good that I don't even want a haircut now. Maybe instead of that, we can go to a Cantonese restaurant or something like that. Would that be all right? I'd love to go. The boss nodded in approval, as most father figures who lost their wives to breast cancer are likely to do when they see young love in progress. An hour later, the pair were sitting in a small Cantonese restaurant, looking at the good menu, and laughing quietly at the others with their American menu. I love this place, Suzanne said. I come here all the time because they finally have started giving me the real menu. I guess all of those lessons that I took in Mandarin have finally paid off.